everybody. I just wanted to give you a quick update about meditation and some of the realizations that I had briefly. It is the rainy season, obviously, and we're sitting here for 3 months inside of the temple, and supposedly we're supposed to be focused on our meditation and focusing on our practice. But anyway, I did want to tell you something that I have realized, and that is about holding ill will inside your heart and mind, and just having an all-around lingering negativity that you keep carrying with you because you think that you need to have it with you as some type of fuel to keep you on the path. Some people we kind of carry these negative thoughts with us. It's me against the world. Everybody else is haters. I'm the real true one. Or we have these thoughts that everybody's against me. It's me against the world type of attitude, and we think that actually gives us fuel to motivate us to practice and be better. But what that does is just cause more issues that we're gonna talk about real quickly. I'll make this I'll try to be pretty brief, But as far as the meditation, man, that's not working, bro. That is not going to propel you further in meditational practices. It's not going to propel you further in your spiritual accolade, your insight, or your mindfulness training. On the contrary, it's gonna take you a few steps backwards. It's gonna take you to a place even before you started. It's gonna take you nowhere. And yet, at the end of the day, you're just gonna be sitting there wasting a lot of your time and energy, sitting down for God knows how long, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, just sitting there in a big ball of angry gray and black anger. That's not what you really want. Okay, so anyway, ill will in your meditation makes you feel ill will makes you feel agitated. Okay, not only is it one of the 5 hindrances, and what are the 5 hindrances in meditation is quite simple. You have ill will and anger. You have restlessness, doubt, craving, wants and desires, and aversion. And those are the 5 hindrances in meditation. And we'll talk about how having ill will in meditation kind of chops up. It kind of consumes all of them in one. At least, if not all of them, it'll wrap up 3 out of 5 of the 5 hindrances. So anyway, so we'll continue on. There is just that it makes you feel agitated. It also makes you feel a bit of restlessness. You're having these feelings of, why that guy say that to me? You know what I'm saying? Why that dude come up there and say some stupid stuff to me? Now I have to sit there and think of some smart way to rebuttal what he says, or next time, and I have to think of a way how to get back to him when I see him, why does that lady keep talking about me every time I come around? Every time I come around, she got my name in her mouth and she's saying something negative. I got to figure out some type of way to stop her from doing that. I gotta go tell my friend to not like her. I gotta blast her on Facebook. I gotta go ahead and write a big Instagram post about what I'm gonna do next time she does that. So it's taking up a lot of mental space. That space, especially in your meditation. But I'm not even only talking about your meditation. I'm talking about your whole daily life. You're walking around. You're doing your thing. You don't even have to be sitting there meditating all the time. All those things are taking up too much or your free mental time. Your time to be sitting there thinking about other things that bring you more bliss, tranquility, and happiness, or make you more productive, make you a more productive member of your family, society, your peers, and the people around you. So what happens if you sit there and you be sitting there pondering on ill will? It brings about restlessness. It brings about anger. Okay, and if you're not fast enough to recognize what is happening in your meditation in your mind or at that moment, what it does, it brings on doubt, and that brings on doubt to your practice. So you'd be like, well, what the hell's the point of me practicing if every time I sit down, nothing happens? I just sit down and be angry. Well, might as well stop meditating. Okay. Well, if I'm sitting down doing this mundane work, whatever I'm doing, every time I sit down, it makes me unhappy. Why? Well, might as well stop doing it. Okay. So that's what really happens if you're not wise enough, if you're not slick enough to sit there and see that for yourself. Okay. And who I mean, do you really want to be sitting there walking around feeling like that all day? I mean, it's a crappy feeling. It's a nasty feeling that everywhere you go, that ill will is clouding your mind, hoping, wishing, and wanting bad for somebody else, nature, animals, cars, inanimate objects. It doesn't matter. Having ill will inside the mind and the heart is just a really terrible feeling. So anytime, since you think about it so much, you start to have delusions of ill will also. And what I mean by that is, anytime you go somewhere, anytime you see a pattern, even if it's true or not true, anytime you start to see something that resembles or makes you or reminds you of a situation that occurred in your life that made you have these feelings of ill will, man, here comes you. And then you comes up with your puffed up attitude, and your face gets all ugly, and and the thing is, you have no idea. Especially if you're in a different country like I am, you don't really know because you don't speak the language. You might hear a word or two and just be like, oh, well, that sounds just kind of like what so-and-so was talking about back in Uganda, or that sounds like what somebody was trying to say against about me when I was in Colombia. They said my name and they were really, really harsh to me. So these guys said my name, so they must be really harsh to me too. So I need to be double as hard. Oh God, come on, man, that's too much. Or I went to I was at work one day and I heard these people talking about me. So when I'm over here in this other place right now, and these people are talking about me, they must be doing the same thing. Oh man, please God, that is not what you want. You definitely don't want that. It's too much. It raise your blood pressure. It's gonna add to your muscles tensing up, and your back is starting to tense up. Your fist is always balled up like this, shaking and stuff like that, like you got Tourette's. You don't want to be out like that, man. Trust me, you really don't want to be like that. And check this out. Ill will never is by itself. Okay, it's never just a sense feeling by itself. It always comes with a gang. And usually the gang that ill will comes with is not somebody you want to be messing with. Okay, ill will comes with restlessness. It comes with contemptuousness. Okay, you have contempt for everyone around you, like we were just talking about before. So it comes with contemptuousness. It comes with anger. It comes with inferiority. It comes with spite. It comes with grudges. It comes with a sense of I'm better and you're not. So it comes with a lot of different people, and these are all affecting your ego, affecting your view. It is destroying your view. And to have a good view and good intention, have the good intention and have a good intention, good view is one of the main characteristics of the Eightfold Path. Okay, so that is another thing that is so important for you to realize how your brain, how your mind, and your understanding of how your sensual emotions, your sensual desires are being affected by ill will. And continuing on, inside your practice, especially when you're sitting down, you're thinking what's going on inside your mind. So once you have realized that you have ill will, then you also realize you have anger. Then you also have realized that you have if you're not fast enough, you have doubt. And we also realize that you have craving. Okay. And you also realize that you have a type of laziness. So there's 5 hindrances all wrapped in one, just from that one emotion, just from that one thought of ill will. And the thing about ill will is it makes you feel that you need to think about it at that moment. especially in your meditation. It makes you feel that whatever the thought that is inside your mind, you need to think about it right now. You need to take on this. This is the perfect time for you to figure out what you're going to do, how you're going to reply, how you're going to respond, how you're going to react. It's not that important. It is not. Meditation, or when you need to focus, that is the time for you to focus. That is it. It is not the time for having these thoughts of harming other people and hoping they get hit by a bus, or hoping a dog bites them on the way to the bus stop, or whatever it is that's going on inside your mind. Okay. So, like I said, ill will eventually snowball into all 5 hindrances in one. The first one being restlessness, because now you're excited. Your blood is pumping, your heart is beating, you ready to go out there and handle this person. You ready to go out there and handle whatever it is causing you these blockages. So, 1, restlessness. 2, anger. You're all pumped up and you're ready to just go out there and fight it out, or break it down, or whatever it is. Okay, so we have restlessness, you have anger, you have doubt, because now you don't think the practice works, because you said, no, I'm sitting there doing all this stuff, but my ill will is so stronger. My emotions are stronger. So now you have doubt to the practice, saying, oh, the practice ain't that good as I thought, because it's not getting rid of this ill will. Well, the thing is, you don't want to get rid of it. When you're ready to get rid of it and be sincere with the practice, then the practice will be sincere with you. So that's 3. Ill will, what do you call it? Ill will, doubt, restlessness, laziness. That's another part of the 5 hindrances, is laziness. They call it, a lack of energy or effort. Okay. And why does I say laziness? Because now you don't want to practice no more. You don't want to give full effort and energy to the practice to make it work for you. So that is one of the other hindrances. And the last of the hindrance is craving. And what I mean by craving and wanting it is you want something ill to happen. You want something bad to happen. You are craving for something. And it's not that you want, it is the fact that these cravings are all built on an illusion. They're built on something that you want to happen in the future. In the future, you have no idea. You might get out of meditation, slip, bust your head, and turn into a vegetable. You know what I'm saying? So you are sitting there, you have these feelings and cravings to want something bad to happen, but that's obviously going to take place in the future. So you're all over the place. Your meditation has done a complete 180. You're down a one-way road to somewhere else. Where are you? Where are you? Where's your meditation? Where's your focus? Where is everything going? Okay, and it's all illusion, man. It is a big illusion. Your mind just does not want the tranquility. It wants to feel comfortable. It wants to be in a place where it's familiar. But when you're inside tranquility, bliss, and putting things to the side, remember, your mind wants to have control over you. You are supposed to have control over your mind, control of your emotions, control of the 6 sense doors, control of the factors that control your 6 senses. You have to have control. Your brain wants to go to places where it's familiar so it can reign king and lead you around like a fish with a hook in its mouth. And that's what you're trying to break free from, is the constant repetition of being led around like that fish with a hook in its mouth. Okay? And what we want is a better solution, to have a better view, better intention, and better action. That's what we want. When these things arise in your mind, we want to handle these situations, and we want to handle these situations a lot better so we can be better. You know what I'm saying? It's all about elevation, not going downwards. Okay, not going downwards and going back to the places we just left from. The way out is actually not as hard as we assume. Obviously, we know that the opposite of ill will and anger, we have to focus on that though. The opposite of ill will and anger is love and compassion. Okay, love and compassion doesn't mean be like, oh, person that hit my car, oh, person that accidentally burnt down my house with that candle you were lighting. I love you. I have compassion for you. That doesn't mean that, bro. It does not mean that. Don't interpret that the wrong way. I don't want you to sit there and interpret love and compassion being like, like some of the other methods out there. Oh, love thy neighbor. And if they slap one cheek, let them slap the other. I am not saying that. I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying, I'm not condoning that. I'm not saying it's, whatever. But what I am trying to say is share love and compassion to yourself first. Okay, if that means tough love, that is tough love. Love is part of that tough love. That's part of the phrase, tough love, love. Okay, so love and compassion doesn't mean you need to sit there and go give flowers and gifts to the person that made you angry or is really, really causing trouble in your life, or, becoming an obstacle in your life to where you are having trouble practice. It doesn't mean that. It means love yourself enough to know when to give people or situations distance. Love and have enough compassion to yourself to remove the feelings that these things have in your mind. I love myself more than I have ill will for these impermanent situations. I have more endurance, love, compassion, and kindness to myself to completely remove myself from the issues. And that is one way. Another way is to love yourself, to love and show compassion and kindness to a really close friend. Okay, so start practice. Show love and kindness to a close and compassionate friend of yours, and after that, then you show it to a neutral person. Show it to a person, you don't really have to know them. You can show it to a lay person, man. Be kind. The more ill will that you have in your heart, the more anger you have in the heart, it just builds up. It's kind of like a memory file in your phone. It just keeps building up and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the way that you conquer that is do as much good merit as you possibly can. Keep building your merit bank up as much as possible so you have credit to go back to. If you have nothing inside your merit bank, how are you going to go back? And how are you going to go back when it's time and get something out of your savings account and be like, yo, B, I got something bad happened, but I saved up. I saved something in my bank for this time. I've been practicing all that time for situations like this. Now I have something to turn back to. So go to a neutral person. Tell them, if you don't even have nothing to give, at least give them a kind word. Tell them something positive. Tell them something that's going to help their day go by positively, their week go by. Tell them something nice. Now, after the neutral person, so you have yourself, your close friend, a neutral person. Now go to a difficult person and try to be kind. Okay, try to be kind to that difficult person. Also, being kind to that difficult person means staying away from them. Okay, that also is a form of kindness. Completely staying away from them, and also not just staying away by your physical body. That means mentally staying away from them, physically staying away from them, and that also means keeping all your senses completely away from them. Okay, it doesn't mean you walk around angry. Smile. You can smile. You can be happy. You can still do your daily chores. You do your daily routine, but you don't have to have all that pent up and bent up feelings inside your mind and your heart making you feel heavy. No, just do your daily routine, but mentally show them kindness and stay away from them with all parts of your body and all parts of your functions and your six sense doors. Okay, and the next after that, so we have 4: yourself, your friend, a neutral person, a difficult person. Now what you're supposed to do is try to do it to all 5. Try to show love, compassion, kindness to all 5 people, all 5 situations, all at once. So it starts from yourself and it starts to radiate throughout everybody else. And once you've done that, then you start to radiate that kind, loving kindness, happiness, compassion to everything in creation. That doesn't matter if it's human, doesn't matter if it's an animal, doesn't matter if it's a tree, doesn't matter if it's your past relative or your ancestors. You spread that love and kindness and you keep on generating that and you keep building up your merit bank. All right. So that is in a gist. Also, last but not least, Remember the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path is your best weapon in situations where you have and recognize that you have ill will, anger, restlessness, grudges that are overclouding your thoughts and your judgment and your ability to handle your affairs. The Eightfold Path is awesome. I find out that some people have a problem trying to remember all 8, but if you could break it down in three subjects, or excuse me, three categories with subcategories inside of them, it's much more easier. For example, we have Panya, Sila, and Samatha. Okay, Panya means divine wisdom, and that is having the correct view. Okay, the correct view, or the correct intention, the correct view. That is divine wisdom. The second is morality or virtue, which is having the correct speech, the correct action, and the correct livelihood. The last but not least is the concentration. And to have the correct concentration, it is to have the, you know what, I think I made a mistake. Actually, is the Anya, which is wisdom, is to have the correct mindfulness. Is to have the correct mindfulness. It's correct to have the correct intention. I think let me actually grab a book. I don't want to mess you up here. I think it's better if I just get this book here. All right. I think that's a lot easier. I don't want to mess you guys up. So, okay, sorry about that. Yes, the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path is a lot more easier if you can focus on that. And that is to have the right view. Okay, the correct view, the right attitude, the right speech, action, livelihood, effort. Have the correct effort. But not only the effort, it means your energy. Have the correct energy. A lot of people, they bust into meditation, they bust into an object, they give too much energy, and they poop out real fast. Too much energy that's anticipation. And if you have less energy for the task that needs to be done, then what is happening there is that increases the chances of you having laziness or restlessness. And last but not least, you need to have the right mindfulness and the right concentration. You need to have the correct mindfulness and the concentration to get the job done. That is the noble Eightfold Path. We said break them down in 3 categories, right? So Penya, meaning wisdom, which is you need to have the correct concentration, okay, and you need to have the right concentration. I would say the right view, the correct view, okay? And your morality or virtue, that is to have the correct speech, action, and livelihood. And the last one, which is Samatha, which is your concentration. Concentration meaning you need to have the correct effort, okay, the correct energy, the correct understanding, or you could say the correct view, and the correct thought. And there you go. And that's all I wanted to say for you. I wish you the best, man. Do better at being yourself. No one can be better at you than you. And have nobody out there. Don't have nobody out. Don't compare yourself to nobody out there. Don't compare yourself to nobody out there. Don't compare your practice to anybody else's practice, because what works for them doesn't work for you. You're 2 totally different people. What works for you works for you. And it's easier for you to feel good about your practice when you are comparing it to your own self. All right? So at the end of the day, I want you to be good, be blessed out there, be loved, be light, and fill yourself with love, happiness, and kindness. Peace, blessings, love, and light.